And now I am delighted to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. J. Todd Phillips. When one reads a biography of Mr. Phillips, it becomes clear that he has a successful career, coupled with many civic contributions, and I dare say, a delightful family life. And it is this complex and interesting individual that we honor today as our speaker. J. Todd Phillips is the Vice President of Local Markets and Sales Strategy at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. In this role, Mr. Phillips is accountable for setting the strategic direction of Blue Cross and Blue Shield local commercial business throughout the state of Illinois. His teams work directly with business leaders and their brokers to develop, implement, and monitor creative employee benefits solutions aimed at improving member health and engagement while maximizing value. To do this, Mr. Phillips uses skills in teamwork, long-term thinking and planning, creativity, strategic partnership development, oral and written communication, and time management. He has acquired these skills through study, practice, and life experiences. Mr. Phillips was born and raised in northern New Jersey. He graduated from Morehouse College with degrees in computer science and mathematics. He began his career with Delta Airlines in Atlanta. He then moved into the healthcare arena, working for 2 East Coast carriers before coming to Chicago. Along the way, J. Todd married, and he and his wife, Kirsten, are the proud parents of 2 fun-loving children, Parker and Mason. J. Todd has completed executive education programs at the Wharton School, Georgia Institute of Technology, and the University of Chicago Booth School of Business. He currently serves on the board of directors of the Great Lakes Adaptive Sports Association and the Streeterville Chamber of Commerce, and he is a fellow of Leadership Greater Chicago, the class of 2013. In both his personal and professional lives, Mr. Phillips partners with numerous organizations for community projects, including the Illinois Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, James Jordan Boys and Girls Club, Kaboom, and many others. In 2012, Mr. Phillips was awarded the Chicago Defender Men of Excellence Award for his professional and civic accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome J. Todd Phillips.
President Haas, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the faculty, Dr. Frank Ross, I have to say thank you first for inviting me here. This is a special, special day, and I've learned through my studies and through interactions with many of the members of the class that Northeastern Illinois University is a very special place. Indeed, it is a family. And I'm very honored to be here to share in the celebration and to be a part of this family. Speaking of family, I have to acknowledge my wife, Kirsten, my daughter, Parker, my son, Mason. They're sitting right over there. I just want to say hi to you guys. Thank you for being here. Mason, before we came out, I checked. The Bears aren't doing so well, buddy. But we're going to pull it out, I promise. We'll figure out a way. To the graduates, I have to apologize. I started weeks ago working on this super fantastic speech that I knew you would love. It had all kinds of insightful and relevant points. It had my corny jokes so you'd laugh and remain engaged. But today, I'm being pulled in another direction. I feel myself heading down a different path. 2 days ago, in Connecticut, at Sandy Hook Elementary School, the unthinkable happened. And our hearts go out to those 20 kids who lost their lives this past Friday. Our hearts go out to the families who lost their loved ones. But while my heart is focused on those kids, those 20 kids who lost their lives, my mind is thinking about the scores of children who survived. The kids who did not lose their lives and who have an expectation of achieving their dreams one day. And I'm no psychologist, but I'm certain those kids need our help. And so if you don't mind, instead of my fancy speech, I'm just going to share a personal story with you, a deeply personal story, and maybe I'll figure out a way to link it back to today's celebration and the reason why we're here today. So I'm going to take you back to when I was 14 years old. I won't tell you what year that was. It was a number of years ago. And as a kid, I was a baseball player, a football player, a basketball player. I did every sport known to man. And on this particular Friday night in May, I was pitching for the Royals, and we were playing the Yankees. We were in first place. This was Babe Ruth League, so this was real baseball as we thought. We were in first place. The Yankees were just a game behind in second place. The coach of the Yankees was a guy named Bob Katz. His son David was on his team. He was a buddy of mine. We were in class together. The coach of the Royals was a man named Todd Phillips. He was my father. Now, let me paint a picture of my dad. What a superstar this guy was. He was a big guy, number one. He was 6'2", 6'3" maybe, big broad shoulders, looked like a football linebacker. He was a giant, but he was a gentle giant. He cared about children. I looked up to him as if he was God himself. He coached all my teams, baseball, basketball, football. He helped out with the swim team. He was the man. He was truly my idol as a kid growing up. I'm fortunate now that I get to impart on my son and certainly my daughter the same values that my dad instilled in me. He was a superstar. So let me take you back to this game. Here we are. It's Friday night. I'm on the pitcher's mound. It's the fifth inning, and we only played 6 innings at that time, so this was the second to last inning. We were winning the game 5-2. And here I am on the pitcher's mound in the bottom of the 5th inning. First 2 batters come up, 2 quick outs. 2 quick outs. The next 2 batters, I don't know how they got on base, but somehow I found myself in a situation where it was first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the next to last inning, and we're up by 3 runs. And coming up to the plate is Anthony Marchese. There's going to be a test on all these names. Anthony Marchese was the best hitter in West Orange, New Jersey at that time. I swear at that time he could hit home runs blindfolded. This guy was incredible. But I was confident that he was going to strike out, and we were moving on to the next inning. And so I found myself on the mound. I looked into the catcher. I got the sign. It was a fastball. I don't know why he gave me signs. All I knew how to throw was a fastball. But he gave me the sign. I took my deep breath. My dad always taught me to take a deep breath before I was supposed to do something. So now I'm settled. I check first, I check second, quick wind up, I release, strike 1. I repeat, I get my sign, of course it's a fastball. I take my deep breath, wind up, release, strike 2. So now, here we are, the best hitter in the city, without a doubt. I've got an 0-2 count on him. I am ready to strike this kid out. One swing of the bat, he can tie the ball game, but I know I'm going to strike him out. Do you know what happened that night? I never got to throw the 3rd pitch. I never had an opportunity to strike out Anthony Marchese. You see, here I was on the mound. I got that one finger from the catcher. I took my deep breath, and I looked over to the third base sidelines, and there was this giant of a man, my father, crouched on his knees in a fetal position, gasping for air. That night, my father of 42 years died of a massive heart attack right there on the third base sidelines at Stagg Field in West Orange, New Jersey. Now, you might ask yourself, why is he telling us this crazy story? This is a sad story, and here we are at a happy, momentous occasion. But I told you earlier, my mind is thinking about the kids who survived in Newton, Connecticut, and the challenges they will face, and this tragedy they will have to overcome. And many people would argue that the death of my father when I was only 14, the death of my idol, was a significant obstacle for me to overcome. And as I've learned more about you, the graduates of this class, I've learned that you guys are superstars, and you've had your fair share of obstacles to overcome, challenges to get through, and here we are today. So, as I think about the help that we need, I have a request for the family members, the parents, the spouses, the children, all the loved ones of our graduates here today. I need your help. What I know is there will be days when these superstars get a little down, when they don't have the best day. They doubt themselves just for a second. And I need you to do something. I need you to remember 3 simple words. The 3 simple words I want you to remember to say to our graduates: I was there. I was there. Can you say that? I was there. I was there, that's right. Here's how that works. On a day when they show up and they didn't get the job they were looking for, or they didn't finish the marathon they were trying to run, or some piece of art that they were working on just isn't as perfect as they want it to be, I need you to say, I was there. I was there when you stayed up all hours of the night studying for that math test. I was there when you rewrote that essay 12 times before you felt comfortable enough to turn it in. I was there, graduates, when you worked 2 jobs, came home, fed the kids, cleaned the house, did the laundry, paid the bills, and still found a way to do well in class. I was there on December 16th, 2012, when you walked across that stage because you had earned your diploma. So, one final comment for the graduates. You guys are superstars. I've read about you, I've met some of you. I am overly impressed with who you are. I'm touched by your spirit, by your drive, by your perseverance, your passion for intelligence and academic excellence, professional excellence, and your contributions to the community. I'm overly proud, overly joyed for you today. So on behalf of everyone here, I'd like to congratulate you. I salute you for your accomplishments. At the same time, like my mother continues to do for me, I want to remind you of something. There's a saying that goes, from those to whom much is given, much is expected. From those to whom much is given, much is expected. And so as you go out, you get your diplomas, you go out into the world to continue giving back, continue excelling, succeeding, achieving your goals, realizing your dreams. Make sure you do whatever you can do to build a safe and vibrant and healthy community for those kids in Newton, Connecticut who survived. Make sure you do whatever you can do to build a safe and vibrant and healthy community on the south side of Chicago, and North and South Lawndale, and Humboldt Park. Can you do that for me? All right. So again, I just want to say congratulations. I'm ultimately proud of you guys. My hat is off to you, and thank you for allowing my family and me to join in this celebration. Thank you.